All right, welcome everybody. This is the first of many Mindful Monday Zoom chats. I'm Emily Roberts, your Diamond Leader. I did not coin that phrase. If you're just joining us, Taryn Ramirez is a gold leader on our team, and I asked the leaders today, I said, what is something cool that we can call Mondays when it comes to following up practices in our business? And Taryn threw that out, Mindful Mondays, because we're going to be mindful with our businesses. Yes, most of us here are here to make an income and impact lives. And so we're going to be mindful and intentional with every decision that we make. And even more so than that, we're going to be mindful with our follow-up practices because sometimes we forget. I mean, I'm about to have this third baby and sometimes I forget to follow up. Luckily, we have great resources like Lexi and all these things that Plexus puts out. So when I get a reminder that I am training someone, I'm like, oh yeah, she ordered last week. I should probably check on her. It's normal. I get it. It happens to me all the time. So that's what we're going to cover is just mindset and being mindful at the beginning of our weeks. I know Mondays are usually like your day, right? Your kids act worse than normal. Your husband or significant other is more irritable than normal. Maybe your boss at work is driving you crazy. Something usually goes wrong on Monday, yeah? So something I personally did for my business and my own mindset was I started posting motivational Monday pictures, quotes, scriptures, something bright and early the second I got on Facebook. Usually it's like my quiet time, or if I found a really cool inspirational thing on Pinterest, I would log into the app called Buffer and I would front load my Mondays for the month. So I would go into this app and every month on that calendar, I would upload something inspirational so that at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., that was the first thing you guys saw when you went to my Facebook. What if all of us did this for our Facebook audiences? And no, it doesn't have to be plexus related. It doesn't even have to be health related. It just needs to be positive because Facebook can be full of junk sometimes, but we're going to be the mindful team that thinks of others first before ourselves. And this is an easy way to do that by just putting a little sunshine out there. How cute would it be to see a kitten first thing when you woke up as opposed to some political rant? Or how awesome would it be for someone to get on there and just tell you, you're beautiful, you have a nice butt, have a great Monday. I would love to see that every week, just saying. So think about some positive things that you can post every Monday morning bright and early. I know sometimes you really want to type about what your ex-husband's wife did, or maybe this coworker at work, like what she did behind your back. Let's not post that on Monday morning. You know, let's text our moms or dads or our husbands and just vent to them and keep it off Facebook, okay? I know, it's so hard. It's so hard. But Facebook is not our diary. It is now our storefront, right? Plexus is our business, and Facebook is a huge part of that. So let's keep it professional and mindful. So that's just one idea to come. Now, when it comes to following up in your business, what are some things that come to mind? Feel free to use the chat box. I'm going to list some things that come to my mind. Are they drinking enough water? Okay, let's talk customers first. Are they drinking enough water? Because it's summertime, and if you live in Texas, it's like 755 degrees all the time, and you need to drink your water. Now, if they're not drinking water, like I honestly say, that's the secret to Plexus. If you are watching this video and you haven't drank your water today, shame on you, okay? We gotta walk the walk and stay hydrated. Our body is like 70% water or something insane like that. So stay hydrated so the products can work and flush out the bad. Allie saying, how did you sleep? Did you poop? How are you feeling? These are questions that I ask my customers too. Hopefully you guys are checking in weekly or bi-weekly on your people, trusting you with these supplements, and you're loving on them. Now, don't get me wrong, it can be a little intrusive to talk about poop with people. We're Plexus people. Most of us are mothers, you talk about poop, right? That's going to be a part of your life. Now, you don't have to be gross. It can be matter of fact. You can share an article if it makes you feel weird. But you got to talk about poop, guys, because if they're not eliminating, that means their body is holding on to it. Maybe they are eliminating, but they might have something like leaky gut. And their bowel movement is getting into their bloodstream, making them sick and filling their body with inflammation. Our products are known to help with these ailments. So this is why following up is so important, because you might have someone going through the worst detox ever, but they don't know it's detox. They think plexus sucks. So we have to follow up. And this is what we're gonna do as a team. Are you ready? Mind you, this came from Taryn Romero, Gold Ambassador. This is, and Mary Locka. She's a Ruby Ambassador in our team. They threw this out today in our leaders chat. So maybe you've heard the term follow-up Friday. Nod your head yes if you've heard that before. Yes? Okay. If you're in our big, huge team page, R&T Rockstars, or just in a team page period, you probably hear about follow-up Friday a lot. We're not going to do that anymore. I know, shocker. It's crazy. Instead, we're going to have Mindful Mondays. Imagine this. You get a customer that's rolling in Monday morning. You see them posting on Facebook, and it reminds you, I need to follow up with them. People want to enjoy their weekends. Have you noticed your Friday night Facebook audience is like crickets? Like people are out having a good time, movie night, date night. You know, a lot of people aren't on Facebook on Fridays. So why are we doing our follow-ups then? It was a genius aha moment. So instead, we're going to front load our weeks and be mindful and intentional and follow up on Monday with this question. Are you ready? Are you all ready? How was your weekend? Oh, genius. Genius. So simple, yeah? How awesome is it for someone to message you, how was your weekend? Not, did you take your products? Did you take your pink drink? Show me. Send me a screenshot. I don't believe you. You know? That's how aggressive our follow-ups can seem to people that don't love plexus as much as we do just yet, all right? So when we're being mindful and using our time and our verbiage and our follow-up practices wisely, we're going to start doing that on Monday, and we're going to ask people, how was your weekend? Not only is this significantly going to change relationships with you and other people, because it shows that you care, but it's a great conversation starter. Oh my gosh, girl, you will not believe what happened. Let me tell you real quick. Oh man, you will never believe what my kid did. Oh my gosh, let me tell you what happened at this party. Oh, well, actually, I weighed myself for the first time. You know, sometimes they chime in and tell you a little plexus nugget and you weren't even expecting it. So, who agrees that that sounds like a fabulous idea? Shake your head, yes. Okay, perfect. I'm glad you guys agree. So we're going to ask people how their weekends went, and then once the conversations get going, and as we're talking to them throughout the week, then you can talk about poop and all that fun plexus stuff, okay? We don't want to scare our people away. How do you roll that over into checking on how their products are going if they don't offer the plexus nugget? So I love that question. The beauty of following up, it is like a game of volleyball. You toss the ball over the net, they toss the ball over the net. Now, how do you get the ball back? Because you ask questions. When you ask questions that are open-ended or that they can turn around and ask you back, that is how the conversation goes. If you feel like your conversations are not genuine, they're probably not, because you don't care. So let's turn on our yellow personality just a little bit, right? Let's get emotional. It's hard. It's really hard for me. I'm sorry. But let's dig in a little deeper and say, you know, so how are you feeling? That's a very general question. It goes great with how was your weekend? You're not asking about their poop yet. You didn't bring up plexus, slim, or vital biome. How are you feeling? Now, some people, when you follow up, I get it. It's like pulling teeth, and you're like, come on, give me something. So say that. If you want to know how they're feeling on their products, you have to be specific. Ask specific questions like, okay, I'm about to take it real deep with you for a second. Have you pooped today? Like, I'm going to go like Mother Goose on you, you know, and just be the mother hen and ask them that hard question. But if you ask questions, more than often than not, they ask one back or they reply to you. And that's how you keep the conversation going or initially started. Now, after we have decided we're going to have mindful Mondays, we're going to be intentional with our conversations and follow-up techniques, we have front-loaded our days. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, in your team page, or at least in the R&T Rockstar page, there is a pinned post at the top. This is a week-by-week, day-to-day breakdown of how you can intentionally and mindfully work your business to keep you in a mindset headed towards your next rank. So everybody, before we got started, I asked you to grab a pen and paper. If you don't have one, I'm going to give you 45 seconds to run and grab pen and paper. If you do have one, I want you to write down your next plexus rank on a blank piece of paper. It's going to look like this, okay? So this is mine. I want to be diamond silver. So that's what mine's going to look like. Write down your next plexus rank. If you are not yet silver, it'll say silver. If you want to be gold, senior gold, ruby, emerald, whatever is coming up next, or maybe you're trying to maintain your rank, write that down in bold letters, and then I want you to hold it up to your screen like this. So I don't see your face. I just see your goal, okay? I'm going to take a group picture. I'm going to take a group picture real fast. Can I borrow that? Thank you. Of everybody's goal. This is Scotty's goal. All right. Let's see them. Let's see them. There's like 3 pages of people on this call with me, so I might have to take a couple pics. I don't want to see faces. I want to see goals. I know that sounds terrible, but I do. Okay. All right. Hold up those papers. Here we go. Let me go to the next page. Don't move. I feel like I'm talking to my son. Don't move, breathe, don't move. Beautiful. All right, you guys. That goal that you just wrote down can happen in August. Did you know that? Did you know that with a good, amazing mindset, you can make anything happen in August with your Plexus business? Did you guys know there are people in this business that have promoted to each rank back to back in months? Did you know our up line, Celeste Gwynn, the first ever double diamond, she went sapphire and diamond in the same month. Her 6.5 month with Plexus, she went sapphire and then diamond. Let that resonate for a sec. In 6 months, she went to the top of this company. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't want to hear fears. Instead, I want you to write this down every Monday morning, whatever that goal is, and be mindful of what you're telling yourself up here. Here's the thing. When you have a positive mindset, everyone around you just seems to be in a good mood. Yeah? Or maybe it's just you. You're in a good mood, and that's radiating, and it's contagious, and people want that back, right? So I'm going to share with you guys a couple of one-liners that I got from some of the diamonds today, and maybe you want to write these down or make a cute graphic so that you can tell yourself one of these one-liners every time you think that your next rank is unattainable. Because guess what? It's not. With a proper social media audience, if you are constantly growing your network, meaning adding people on social media, talking to people when you leave your house, I know, scary, but we got to do it. If you are doing these 2 things with a positive mindset and 100% unshakable belief, you can achieve that rank. It is a numbers game, you guys. The more people you talk to, the more yeses and the more no's you are going to get. How do we change those no's into yeses? Belief. That confidence that comes out of your mouth is what changes people's minds. If you talk to them like you don't know what you're talking about, they're going to think you don't know what you're talking about. Let me tell you a little secret, okay? This is a diamond secret before I give you their one-liners. Diamonds copy and paste. Don't tell anyone I told y'all, okay? We copy and paste. Not all of us can absorb stuff like crazy. I'm a mom. I don't even know what I ate for dinner yesterday, okay? So, and when someone asks me a question that I probably know the answer to, but then you freak out like deer in headlights. For instance, hey, Emily, what is plexus? I've been doing this for 3 years. I should probably know the answer to that. you're really intimidating because you're looking at me in the eyes and we're in the middle of the grocery store and there's 4 people in line behind us. Have you ever had that moment? Yeah, like with your, like the cashier you see every 4th Thursday when you go grocery shopping? Yeah? Okay. I have those moments too. So do diamonds. So guess what? Learn to copy and paste. Use the notes section of your phone to save the answers that you are telling people all the time. That is a mindful follow-up practice so that when someone asks you a question, like what is plexus? How does plexus slim work? Copy and paste the FAQ from the Plexus Worldwide website. Copy and paste the benefits and features from the Plexus Worldwide website. Stop creating homework for yourselves. That just makes your IPAs last all day long. If you don't know what an IPA is, it's an income producing activity. An activity that you are doing for your business to make you money, honey, okay? We like IPAs, yes. So that is something that we are all going to start doing, yeah? Copy and pasting, sound like a plan? Easy, easy. I see some thumbs up. Okay, so here are some diamond mindset one-liners that we are gonna tell ourselves the whole month of August, because it's tomorrow, OMG. We're gonna tell ourselves these things when we feel like our goals are unattainable, okay? And then you're gonna tell your upline, I'm doubting myself, and they're gonna send you these one-liners. Number 1, trust the process. Ooh, I like this. Like you hear it a lot. You see it all over Pinterest. So what does trust the process really mean to a diamond? It means that all of the hard work and those IPAs you're doing now are going to pay off later. Trust me, the heartache and all the no's I heard from my own spouse for 7 months felt really good pulling into the driveway in a Lexus, let me tell you. It was worth all those no's. It was worth him rolling his eyes at dinner when I would bring up plexus, because now he asks all the time, can I drive? It's a beautiful thing. So remember that. Trust the process. Second one, stop overthinking and just do it. Just do it. Imagine how much easier life would be if you stop telling your upline or stop telling yourself, yeah, I should probably add that girl from the gym. She's super hot, has a huge network, and she always talks about needing a probiotic. I should probably message her. Take that girl a bottle of Probio 5. It not only helps your PV when you buy a product, but she's going to have her life rocked by this amazing product. Do it. Stop overthinking it. If they say no, that's okay. You just planted a seed. Next up, no excuses, just work. Imagine this. For every time you started to come up with an excuse, you stopped what you were doing and got to work, what would happen? What would happen? I can think all day long of different excuses. Now, I'm not talking life-threatening events. I'm not talking illnesses, car accidents, like crazy stuff that does happen. I'm talking about, well, the season finale comes on tonight, and I know she wants to have a launch event because she really wants to go silver, and I should help her, but I mean, I don't have DVR. Guys, that's an excuse, okay? Or maybe, oh, well, it's Taco Tuesday. Do I really need 300 calorie tacos a piece? Oh, if I take my block, that's okay, right? No, that's not how block works. Get a lettuce wrap taco. Stop making excuses and validating poor choices for yourself. Walk the walk and talk the talk. No excuses, get to work. Imagine that mindset. Now, some of you are like, you're scaring me. No, I want to inspire you because I've been there, done that. I've had the days, even as a Ruby ambassador, where I was like, done, I'm out, peace. I don't ever want to do plexus again. I've had bad days. My personal one-liner, y'all have heard me say this a million times, quit for the day, come back tomorrow. Or quit for 24 hours and come back tomorrow. It's okay to walk away for the day and start fresh, right? Because sometimes your Tuesdays are like the Mondayest Tuesday ever. And you're like, Monday was yesterday, homie. Get with the program. I get it. Walk away for the day. Sometimes social media is heavy and you just need to get away. That's all right. Now, next one, be brave and push yourself. It always, every time I hear the word be brave, it reminds me of like Disney movies. I don't know why. I feel like all Disney movies have like that undertone of being brave and courageous. Be brave and push yourself. Kind of goes along with the Jessica Heffley one-liner of "Do It Afraid." Have y'all ever heard that one? She said that on stage. Her biggest fear of all time was public speaking. She was very pregnant, I think, at the time. I don't even remember. But she said to do it afraid. And along with that line of "do it afraid," she said, in what universe, in what world do you have the opportunity to sit in your pajamas on your couch and make the same income as a brain surgeon from your cell phone? You guys, we have that opportunity. And I am living proof that you can see numbers like that on your monthly paycheck. It can happen. The no's are going to happen, but you have to be brave. Don't let people with silly articles and blogs scare you away from following up with people you love. No, be brave and push yourself. Okay? Talk to new people at the park. When your kid wanders over to a couple and you're like, sorry, so awkward, sorry. No, strike up a conversation. How are you today? How you feeling? How was your weekend? See where I'm going with this? Talk to people. Next up is risk failure always. Now, this one sounds a little weird, but it's similar to taking the risk. So are you willing to risk failing? Are you willing to risk that? Let me tell you how many times I've failed. A lot. Even as a diamond, there are months that I have failed and I have not met goals. There are times where I was too afraid and too chicken to follow up. There are people in other companies, at the top of other companies, that add me as friends on Facebook, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're just here to try to recruit me. No, they see Plexus as different, and they reached out. You guys, be brave and be consistent with those posts. You never know who's watching. Risk failing, because if you fail forward, believe it or not, it doesn't go failure and success. No, you fail your way to success. It's not one or the other. Fail forward and learn as you go and stop repeating the same mistakes. Next up, blinders on. Have any of you ever been to a horse race? Raise your hand if you've been to a horse race before. Yeah, a lot of my East Coasters. All right, so think of those race horses, right? They wear those black eye patches. Those are their blinders because they listen to direction of their jockey and they go in the direction that they are steered. I have no idea if this is correct terminology, so correct me if I'm wrong. But think about that. You have been provided tools and resources. We all have the same products, the same 24 hours, and the same compensation plan. If you only have 15 minutes in your day that you have mapped out to work your business, you go as hard as you can in those 15 minutes. If you have 4 hours in your day to work your business, not that you have to do it all in a 4-hour period, you can space it out into hour increments however you want. You put those blinders on and you go hard for those 4 hours. Imagine that person that doesn't get those 4 hours. You know how jealous they are of you that you get to do that? And vice versa. Like, think about that for a second. Keep those blinders on. That also means to me, don't worry about what Sarah and Jane are doing on their teams. What's working for your team? They probably got to Ruby or Senior Ruby this way, but you know the right way and you know what works for your team and your people, the people that trusted you and said yes to you, right? Keep those blinders on. Don't do the whole comparison thing. Ew, yuck, not fun. 2 more, here we go. Later is longer. That's the one-liner, later is longer. And this is what she meant by that. If you do the work now and reap the benefits later for the long haul. You guys, we are farmers and we are harvesting relationships with people that grow and eventually can turn into your first Plexus diamond on your team. If we are doing the work now, which if you read any network marketing book like GoPro or the 4-Year Career, it's worth it to work your tail off on social media and get no's for 4 years to make a career out of that. People retire in their 60s at the same job for 40 years in their cubicle, hating life. Do you want that for your future? And if you enjoy it, by all means, go for it. But from what I gather on Facebook and private messages with you guys, you don't like it. You want to be your own boss. So remember that later is longer. I'll do it later. Okay, how many of you said that last Monday about your laundry? It's still sitting in there. Yeah, now you have even more laundry to do, right? How many of dishes in your sink that y'all get to those later, and then your kids piled up like 17 more dishes? Later is longer. Apply that to every aspect of your life. Last but not least, pray big and work hard. That's probably my favorite one. If you're not a spiritual person and you don't pray, take a quiet time. That's fine. I believe in the power of prayer, and you better believe it. I'm going to look at the screenshots I took of you guys holding up your goals, and I'm going to pray for each and every one of you. I want you to hit those goals. And it's going to happen with a positive mindset and mindful work that we start every Monday. And we teach our teams and the people that say yes to us to do the same thing. The leaders on this team watched what I did. I watched what my leaders did. Those people paved the way for all of us. That's how close you are to some of the very beginning diamonds. Allison Bro was the first youngest diamond at 25 years old. She had to borrow money to get started from her dad. She worked 3 odd jobs and was a single mom of 2. I don't want to hear the excuses, because if you're willing to fight and put those babies first, you will work 3 jobs and plexus right alongside it. You will find a way to get your products paid for. If that means you have to go and jog alongside the mailman like, hey man, need some pink drink? All right, I got 2 kids and mouths to feed. Here's some pink drink, try a sample. Whatever it takes, right? And that seems silly, and I see some of you laughing, but you better believe I have talked to every mailman in every district that I have lived in. I want you to talk to everybody. You never know what they just found out at their doctor's appointment. You just don't. So I leave you with this. Find a routine that works for you, but make sure you never miss a Monday. Whether it's the gym, your diet, your business. Never miss a Monday, because guess what? When your routine is out of whack, you are unintentionally going to mess up someone else's routine, because you'll have a bad day, you'll forget your pink drink, and you're going to snap at the lady at the bank, who then snaps at another customer later, who then snaps at her husband, who then the husband leaves and does something stupid. I don't know, I'm totally making this up. But think about it, right? That's how the universe works, because we get off track and we mess up other routines. So let's be a mindful team and end this Monday with a bang so that we can have the best August yet. You guys, we are in the top 20 teams of over 600,000 men and women in Plexus. You guys are incredible. We have been on the leaders board for 3 weeks in a row. You guys have added well over 200 people every month for the last 3 months. Last month, we added over 450 new friends. You guys are the amazing people with passion, and it's showing. We have what people need. Let's be mindful and use the time that we have wisely. I love you guys. Have a wonderful evening, and let's kick August butt.